Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Nick, nice to meet you. Welcome to the Razor's Edge. As I just said, first time I've been on a Zoom call for quite a while. Do you enjoy these, or do you see them as like a necessary evil of the promotion of your new album?
No, I wouldn't say necessary evil. It's necessary for the promotion of the album, anyways.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you think about the past, you had to do all these interviews in writing, or you had to invite me at your show or something. So it's quite okay for me.
Yeah, excellent stuff. So it's been 5 years then since your last album, years of progression. What have you been up to since then?
Actually, when we had, as I said to other interviews as well, unfortunately, we faced our release was kind of cursed because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So since we were planning, the album was out like August 2019, if I remember properly, and then we had scheduled for 2020 like 150 shows or something, even going for the States, Australia, everything.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and everything was blown up in the air. So we're just locked in home for 2.5 years, just waited there doing nothing, just like watching at the walls around us. We couldn't rehearse, we couldn't do anything. We're just like sitting home, and unfortunately, that was like a kind of a bad influence, if you want to say, for the psychological part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And afterwards, when the borders opened up and we were allowed to play and all this stuff, we tried to do some shows, mainly in Europe. Also, we did some Latin America shows for the promotion of Years of Aggression, but pretty much that was it. After that, we started with the process of the new songs.
Yeah.
Started working on the new songs, started working on ideas for the new songs and stuff. And when we finished with this process, we entered the studio for the recording and the mix and the mastering and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the war in Ukraine affected the factories that produce vinyls and CDs in Europe.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have the material to print, so we had to wait another year till we managed to get in the queue, if you want to say so, for to get our spot into the printing process. And then finally we managed to find a release date with Nuclear Blast, and here we are.
Yeah. So
finally, thankfully,
on.
and finally, and fortunately, this whole thing is over and we are able to go back to action.
Yeah, true. Did you sort of find it quite hard getting back into playing live after not being able to do it for 2 or 3 years? Did it just come back naturally? How did it feel?
It felt like going out of prison.
Did it?
Yeah, it came totally naturally, and it was like we accepted it with huge pleasure.
Yeah.
And happiness.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And I suppose for fans of this sort of music, it was like, oh my God, any gig we can get to go and see, we just went to them.
Exactly.
You just packed places out, which was brilliant to see. Really, really good.
Yeah.
So as you've said then, you've got a new album out, Profane Prayer, out 1st of March by a Nuclear Blast. I've been very lucky. I've had a listen. Very impressed. 9 songs, bloody hell. Heavy, fast. It's just really, really good. I think some of the riffs.
Thank you very much.
Some of the riffs on Crypts of Madness and particularly on Purified by Fire are just immense. They are. I really, really love them. All starts quite serene, though, before the chaos kicks in with When the Lions Die. And obviously, it ends with the Fire Oaths of Fate, which has got a really different feel and tempo to it. So was that the intent, to have a song that was really hard and fast, and then it flows, and then the last song has got a bit of a different tempo to it? How did you pick and choose what to go first, middle, and last?
Sometimes, creating the track list is quite difficult and tricky because you don't know where to place which song. But for us this time it was not that difficult, because This songs contains 9 songs which are like totally different between them,
Yeah.
like different 9 personalities in this album, which is, I think, makes it quite interesting and with a good variety.
It certainly flows really well, doesn't it? That's the thing. That's the thing that struck me, and I quite liked that last song because it's totally different to the rest of the song. And
Yeah.
was that sort of was that the intent when you wrote that song to have it as the final
No,
song?
no,
Or?
not exactly. There's no intention behind the songs.
Okay,
I mean, like if we like something, we work on it and we try to make it as good as possible.
yeah,
So we don't say like, okay, let's make a long, slow, long song for the end of the album. No, we
yeah,
don't do it like that. It's not intentional.
yeah. Okay, and it is quite a long song, isn't it? It's about 9 minutes long, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Is that right?
Almost
Yes.
9 or 9 something.
Yeah, yeah, and it just takes you on a bit. I was literally sat there just before we spoke, listening to it, and I was like, oh God, it just flows really well. The whole sort of song, it's really really good. So who are your major influences then? Who have you been listening to when you've been writing, and you thought I can bring some of that style into the music?
Oh, I didn't listen to something particular, to be honest.
Okay,
Just it's just like I mean, since I'm playing guitar almost all day and every day. I mean, like
yeah,
when I have some free time, of course, I use just like I play the guitar. I'm just making out some riffs. Like I say, okay, this one sounds interesting. I record it, then I listen to it again, and let's try to add something else. Let's try to remove something else.
yeah.
It's quite a difficult process, especially when you're talking about long songs like Fire Pulse of Fate, because the line between making a long song interesting and boring is very thin.
Very true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, could there's some songs you hear from bands and you're like, just get on with it, sort of thing, isn't it? But
Yeah,
that,
yeah. So we wanted to pay attention on the details, which actually will make the difference in such a long song.
yeah, okay. And what sort of themes are like running through the songs on the album? Then how were you influenced about what to put on?
You mean lyric wise?
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, yeah,
Actually, uh, how can I say that? I'm a person that actually I read I read books. I like reading books,
yeah.
and I also like listening to some really not complicated but special podcasts or interviews, stuff that have to do with sociology, psychology, and philosophy, which
Okay,
all of them are connected anyways.
yeah,
So actually, the whole thing with the lyrics on this album and also the previous one is based on that.
excellent. All right, that's really interesting. So when you're writing the songs, do you work as a band, and did the pandemic alter how you worked, or were you able to? Do you all live closely, or do you live far apart? How's the dynamic changed, or has it been enhanced?
Actually, the whole process works like that. I bring in the main riffs and the main ideas.
Yeah.
If we all like them, we start working on them.
Okay.
Mostly the arrangement is done in the rehearsal studio. I mean, and of course, I bring in some basic idea to work on,
Yeah.
like how I have it in mind. But everybody then puts his own input, and then we cook it together, and that's how it works.
Right. Okay. And did it sort of change during the pandemic? Did you keep
No.
in touch? No, nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It's the same. No, it's the same way that we always work.
Oh, right. Okay. And that seems to work best because obviously I saw it. Is it true you're the only original member left from the start? Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, of course. But the first lineup was like I created the band when I was in school,
Yeah.
and uh, the guys back then, like when we finished school, they had um, different. How can I say that? Interests. They wanted to do
Of
other
course.
stuff. They didn't want to continue in the band. So well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just met, after that, after school, I just met Orpheus, the drummer, since 2003, and we are together since then.
Excellent. Excellent. And
Yeah.
so when you've
And
got
actually, also the lineup the last 10 years is the same, which makes things way easier, as you understand.
yeah, and so you feel more comfortable now as a band. You've been together for 10 years, and that's
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That
yeah.
does
I
it.
mean, like, I mean, we have common ground, which is
Yeah.
communication.
If you like, say, Metallica were your favorite band is, and someone else's favorite band is Exodus as an, do you all share the same sort of bands, or does someone say, right, well, let's think of like a Testament type riff? Would you go off and have a look at that?
Absolutely. I mean, like, I'm totally open to even the fact that I write almost all the music. I'm totally open for any suggestion, ideas, and whatever. I mean, it's like it's totally free to bring even even a whole song. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
If we all like it, then we're gonna keep it. It's not like I am writing fuck off and that's it.
Yeah. So
No, I'm not like that.
so you're not a dictator then in the writing
No,
process.
no, not at all.
Well, that's nice to know. I'm sure everybody will be quite impressed with that answer. That's good. So how impressed are you as a band at the final result of what you've produced?
We're proud of this.
Yeah,
We're totally proud of this album
it does.
because it was
Sorry, go on.
it happened. It was created through some really difficult times for all of us.
Yeah,
But somehow we managed to overcome all these difficulties, um, and we managed to put 100% of ourselves into the album, despite the fact that we all faced these 2.5 years of lockdown,
yeah, and
which is not easy.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think everybody was affected by it, wasn't it, in different ways, but not being
Yeah,
able. I suppose for a band, you love being out on the road, and that's where you do your thing, isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Because
So
we love touring.
and
Because we love touring.
of course, and speaking of tours, you've got your European tour coming up soon. How excited are you to get back out on the road?
How much excited do you think we are? From
I hope
from
you're.
from 0 to 10, I would say 12.
So I've seen on the tour you've got you've got a bit in Europe, then you've got a bit of a gap, then you come into the UK. Was that intentional? And you got different support bands? Was that a thing?
Yeah. We have different support bands, and since UK decided to do this Brexit and everything,
Yeah.
so we decided to. Because the whole thing with the logistics, with the tour bus, with the paperwork and all this stuff are huge.
Yeah.
All these papers are huge, and a lot of procedure to take the visas and blah blah blah. So we decided to do it separately and leave a gap between the whole thing so that can be properly and really detailed organized. And after the UK, we fly to Spain and Portugal.
Okay, and which and obviously you're really excited to go out on tour, which is good. I think in the UK you're being supported by Dust Bolt. Is that correct? Are you friends with them? Have you played with them in the past?
Yeah. We play. Yeah. We know each other like maybe not a decade, but a bit less. Like,
oh wow,
yeah. And we played some festivals in the past together, so we are familiar with the guys and we know each other.
brilliant. Do you get any sort of influence or say into what bands come on tour with you, or is it sort of, are you like told this is who's coming on tour with you? How does that work?
No, actually, we pick the bands that we would like to come with us, and if they are available and they want to, they're free to come.
I've never seen you live before, so I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to come and see how you perform live.
I mean, we played UK, the United Kingdom. We had some shows in the past, but there was not that many dates,
right,
as it is right now. So we decided to. That was also a reason that we wanted to do this separately from the European one. We want to focus a bit more on the island.
Yeah, because what tends to happen is that bands might just play in London and that's it, and it's like London to me.
Most of the times for our tours, it happened like that.
Oh, has it? Right. Oh, okay. And why would you pick just London? Why not say Manchester or Birmingham or Glasgow? Is there a reason why you would just go for London? Is it because it's the capital city, or?
Actually, I think it's because of the routing.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, because if you're somewhere close, if you're somewhere in Belgium or France, you can just like go over there, and then get back.
Right. Okay. That's fine. So obviously you've got the 9 new songs on the album. How do you prepare what to put into the set list and what to take out? Is there a process you go through? Are you hoping to play all 9 songs on tour at some stage? How do you choose?
That's a very difficult question for ourselves as well. We
Yeah.
don't know which one from the old ones to leave outside of the set list and which one to add.
Yeah.
But I think we have reached out a quite good variety. I mean, like we try to include as many songs as possible from the new album, and also some of the classics from the previous albums. You know, we just want to have a variety.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And that's because, do you find that a bit of pressure that people come and they want to hear the new stuff? Do you think you have to put like 6 songs into the set, or just put 3 in? Does it cause any sort of pressure for you there?
It's not exactly. It's not pressure. I wouldn't say that it's pressure. It's just like how many songs shall we add?
Yeah.
And which one shall we take out? That's the only question. But we try. I mean, with every album, we try to play as many songs as possible from the new album, and not as many as possible from the old ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
But
sorry.
you can't avoid the fact that you're gonna leave something outside.
Of course, and that must be the hardest part for you to decide, right, which songs to take out and what to put in, mustn't it? It must be really difficult for you to choose.
Yeah, it is. It is because there are some classics that people love and would love to hear them, so you can leave them outside.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. So certainly the venue in Manchester that I'm hoping to come to is in the round. So would that alter how you play? So you might have people walking behind you as you're actually playing. It's a really weird venue.
What do you mean? Like the stage is in the center?
Yeah. So yeah, so you actually have people walking around you to go to the toilet and to go to the bar and to go around the back. I was there a few months back watching a band called Earn, and it's the first time
Okay.
I've been there in years, and I was like, oh yeah, it's still a weird place, and I just wondered if as a band, can you prepare for that or not?
I think I suppose we have to do it Metallica style.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Since they do this, since they do this stadium tour with this
Yeah.
360, so well, I have to watch some videos, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen Metallica far too many times. So yeah, I've seen them in the round at the front festivals, all sorts of things. So right, so obviously you've got your tour coming up in the early part of this year. What are you going to be up to for the rest of the year after that? Have you got festival dates hopefully being planned in?
I mean, like our booking agency is working on that to bring as many festivals as possible for this year and next year as well. But we recently signed a deal with an agency in the States.
Okay.
So we will try to visit that market as well because we haven't been there so far. So it's a nice chance for us to jump overseas for a tour with this album.
Excellent.
Of course, Latin America. I mean, we're still. I mean, like the album is going to be out 1st of March. So I suppose more and more offers will be coming in, so we can play as much as possible all over the world.
Oh, and that I suppose is what you want more than anything else is to
Exactly.
to reach as many people as possible, isn't it? Yeah, excellent.
Exactly.
So what sort of the question just gone into my head and just gone out again. Hang on a minute. Hopefully it'll come back soon. So when you're out on tour, what bands do you listen to as a band, or what sort of music are you currently listening to yourself as a person? What's that on that sort of thing?
You mean during the tour?
Yeah, during the tour, and what are you listening to now yourself that you really enjoy? Any new bands you can share with us?
Actually, when we are on tour, I try to avoid as much noise as possible because I mean, like when you play like an hour and a half every night with such an intense show, you just need to, and for a long period, you need to have yourself as relaxed as possible during the day so that you can give 100% of yourself during the night.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we are chilling out in the bus, we just like there is some music carpet behind our ears, just like maybe some classics from Zeppelin or whatever, you know,
Nice.
nothing really intense.
Yeah, yeah.
But if the party starts getting on, you never know what's gonna play on the speakers.
Oh, and I'm sure you do lots of partying, don't you, when you're on tour, and rightly so as well.
Yeah. Let's keep our mouth shut better.
Yeah, say no more.
What happens on the road stays on the road. That's it.
Exactly. You can tell me in Manchester when we come and have a chat. You can tell me more.
Yeah,
Then.
yeah, of course.
The question I'd forgotten, which I've now just written down. What do you prefer playing? Do you prefer the festivals or do you prefer the smaller, more intimate sort of gigs? What's your preference?
Both of them. I like both of them because there are totally not different feelings, but there is another input that comes to you in a festival and another input that comes to you on a club show. So I enjoy both, to be honest.
So I always try and give someone a sort of like a few more personal sort of question. So what was the first gig you ever went to?
If you exclude, like, if you just leave outside of the conversation some local punk stuff that I used to watch as I was a kid, I think that I remember the first big one was Iron Maiden in the Brave New World tour.
Wow. What year was that one? Do you remember what?
2000, 2001 latest.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm not a massive Iron Maiden fan, but so I don't know the tours when they were. So right. So about 2000 was your first sort of big. Yeah. Excellent. And who's the favorite?
And I almost lost my dad's cell phone because I didn't have my own. Yeah, because when everybody started jumping, you know, it's just like, oh shit, the phone. You know, it was this Ericsson with this small door that
the flip phone.
Yeah, the flip, yeah. and I was just diving on the mud trying to find it. Everybody was stepping on my hands. It was a mess. But in the end, it was in my pocket.
Oh, was it? But you always have that memory, don't you? The first gig.
Yeah.
No, what have I got lost there? Okay, and who's the favorite band that you've seen live?
One of the best lives I've ever seen in my life was The Wall. Roger Waters.
Oh, The Wall. Oh, wow. Where did you see that?
It's in the Olympic Stadium of Athens.
In Athens. Excellent stuff.
That was like that. Like stupid. What the fuck am I watching right now?
And you just can't take your eyes away, can you? From when you
No. You don't. You can't go to pee.
No.
There's no chance of peeing in the plastic of the beer.
Yeah, I think I think we've probably both done that, haven't we? At some stage of going to a live gig.
also one of the most impressive shows that I ever watched and we played was the Big Four here in Greece with Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax.
Yeah,
that was quite an experience because we had the chance to open for this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you go on YouTube, you can find some live videos from the Sonisphere.
Oh, wow.
From
now
that show.
I'm really jealous now because I saw that gig over here in Nebworth. So it was, as I say, it was just incredible. So for you to have been part of that in Greece.
Yeah, and imagine that we had backstage access and everybody was walking around there. So we were like, what the fuck?
Did you get to speak to any of them, and which one, did you get anything out of them talking wise? Did they give you any tips?
No, I know. The thing is that I know that these people are on tour, and being on tour is not that easy, generally speaking. So we just took a couple of photos, as fanboys.
Yeah.
But that's it, more or less. I mean, like, you just leave these people in their own privacy,
Yeah. Was it hard to do that though, because you were obviously fans of the bands? Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't that easy because imagine that back then Slayer had the original lineup with Dave and Jeff and everyone.
Of course, yeah, of course.
I mean, the fact that I had the chance to see the Slayer show on the stage, like next to Hanneman, that was enough. Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, that's like a dream, isn't it? Just watch it. So
Yeah.
was that a weird experience though, watching it from the side of the stage?
No, it was just excitement. Like,
Was it just excitement?
yeah. Fun boy excitement.
I'm so jealous now. I really am totally jealous. Oh God! Right, I'm going to end it now because I'm so jealous of you. I really am.
Okay.
No, I'm just
You asked.
no. That's a brilliant thing though. So obviously, who's been the favourite band that you've ever toured with, and who would you like to go on tour with?
I mean, we had the chance to go on tour with a lot of a lot of bands that have been an influence for us.
Yeah.
Like we had the chance to go on tour in 2010, Creator, Exodus, Death Angel.
Oh wow.
We had the chance to go on tour, direct support with Overkill.
Yeah.
We had the chance to go with Behemoth and Cannibal Corpse.
Wow.
Yeah, we had the chance to tour with quite a lot of bands that, apart from great musicians, they are great human beings as well.
Yeah. Okay. And when you've toured with these sort of bands, do you sort of try and get something from them and think, right, well, maybe we could add that to our future performances and anything like that? Pick up any sort of tips from them?
Actually, no tips. No, the thing that I personally managed to create is create some good friendships with these people.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the most important thing.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like you've supported some brilliant bands over the years. It's just incredible. You've been fortunate, and now back out on the road soon, and obviously new album out, which say once again it sounds brilliant. So I wish you every success.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with all of our interviews by subscribing to our channel. For all the latest news, reviews, interviews, and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.